I just can't tame the Zod. It's going to be so hard without PB. If I hope he shows up.
Hey,
so
Husky.
Hard. What?
Do you know what I got the need for?
Crack. Oh, no, speed. Fucking meth. All right.
No, you had speed, man. You had speed.
Yeah, meth.
For a second, I thought you knew Top Gun, and you were like, I was like, oh, he got it. What's up, everybody? Since seeing Top Gun Maverick, I just had the need for speed all day. There he is.
Oh, he's here. I summoned him. Phoebe, I thought I was going to have to contain Zod alone.
Yeah, so welcome everybody to the Phantom Zone. Tonight, as Lemon Pie said, tonight there's some edgier topics on the docket, so I'm just going to get through to everybody who's here.
Let's get the Lincoln Park out.
And I'm going to also put out my PSA warning for tonight. So let's go down the line. We got Lemon Pie. Hello, Lemon Pie. Yes, I do have edgy topics. Carmen. Hello, Carmen. We got Killy Chow. Hey, Killy Chow. We got the awesome, lovely Cherry says hashtag hey Zod, hashtag hey Husky, hashtag hey PB. We've got the lovely Janie Davis. Welcome. We got some other people joining. If you're joining us tonight, don't forget I was over with Killy Talks talking about JD. So tonight is going to be a bit different because there has been other news. There's been a very startling thing, and just a PSA, we here at the Phantom Zone are going to tackle this topic tonight a little bit more seriously. There's a bit of a trigger warning here because what we're going to talk about is a bit of a sensitive thing, but I felt it had to be addressed because there's a lot of different facets going on within this. Also, the Glare was talking about this earlier. So after you're done watching
I was watching a bit of this on Corey Adams' show today.
After you're done watching us, then you can go and check that out because you definitely want to stay here and check us out because we're awesome. So yeah, we're gonna dive into everything that's been going on. Yeah, Janie Davis says I could use a break from the depth case. So yeah, I mean, I guess this isn't the most
best thing for a break, but sit back and just listen like you guys do for the other stuff.
Yes, and please no threatening, no making comments about political leanings or any of that. We're keeping this strictly to the topics at hand. This is not a debate about none of the other stuff that's being brought up because I'm going to talk about the scumbag who's using this as a debating point. I just want to talk about the incident that happened, and it's a really serious matter. And it's kind of crazy because I'm a child of the 90s, going to the 80s, into the 90s. I remember more of the 90s events, and I remember we had the incident with a certain school. I don't want to say because I feel like YouTube will demonetize you for anything.
We're walking on eggshells with YouTube today.
Yeah. Today is going to be it is really, it's a really sad subject, South Florida Drifter, but I think we need to talk about this because it is something I thought we were past. And there's a lot of questions to be raised about what's going on. A lot of things with law enforcement. I'm going to play a couple of videos. There was a lot of missteps. And I don't put this on all of law enforcement. I put this on the people who were involved with this situation. And, oh, yeah, you were born in 83. I was born in 84. Hey. I put this on the people who grossly mishandled this situation, and I need to talk about it because there's a lot of moving parts to this. This isn't a rally for blaming all cops. This isn't a rally for whatever other people are going to platform. I just want to talk about the incident. So there's my very long-winded PSA because I feel like when you get into these topics, it's always important to lay down that this is not about anything outside the current incident and how we feel about it, right? How do we feel about what happened? And Husky, we were talking about this earlier, so you know a little bit, like especially with the police responses and some of the things that happen, how this person got away with, and it led to this horrible situation. So I'm going to read the article first. Husky provided me with a video, so we're going to take a look at that, and then we're just going to have a nice discussion about it.
And just you gotta pause and play on the videos because I don't know what their copyright things are. So that's all I gotta say. That's because on Twitch they're a little more loose when it is for those videos.
I'm kidding, Bear. I do want you here. No,
I think PB's having tech issues because he said "fuck" in the private chat and then he disappeared.
Yeah, so PB's having a few tech issues. He'll be back, but we're gonna dive into this. Let's start with this.
He's cursed. He's cursed just to have issues with every microphone he gets.
Yeah, no. Hey, Jenny Godden, how are you? Shalana is here. Planet Q's Queen, good to see you. So let's dive into this. I'm going to share my first article of the night. Remember, let's keep these comments civil. If you are watching this later, please, if you comment in my comments below, keep it civil. Don't turn this into a political thing. I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to get into that kind of stuff because it really takes focus for me off of the topic at hand. I just want to talk about the facts and the details, right, Husky? We were talking about this earlier.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to keep to the story. So I didn't miss you, Generation Productions 2. I said Generation Productions. I just didn't add the 2. I got you, GP. So we're going to talk about the Texas shooting and everything that we know so far. This comes from the Independent. This was on Tuesday, May 24th at 4:26 p.m. So there was an unfortunate incident, if you guys aren't aware and aren't caught up on it, where there was a middle school, not even a middle school one. It was God, because I haven't been in school forever, Husky. It was it was definitely younger kids.
It was an elementary school.
Yeah, it was an elementary school. Thank you. The article's like glaring right at me.
It says it right there.
Oh, Christine. Hey, how are you, Christine? When I'm flipping back and forth, I can't. Oh man, I get so roasted. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but
no. That's, I know it's still kind of thing, but it goes off what the main thing is. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, it was at a elementary.
I will tell you, it's horrific what it is, but
yeah, it took place in an elementary school, and I do warn you guys, this might be a little bit triggering.
If you guys don't want to hear it, keep the stream on, mute it, and wait till the article and the disclaimer disappears, because then we'll be on to the next article.
Yes. So, anyways, let's jump into this. I thank you, Cherry. I so love Cherry. But yeah. So, and no, I'm keeping the panel kind of concise tonight, just so everybody knows. It's just gonna be us talking about this. I kind of just want to keep this with the core panel group today. Carmen, don't worry. I would like to have you on. I like your opinion on this, and DM me later. Maybe we can do something.
Yeah, I'd actually really love to have Squirrel on tonight for this part.
Yeah, I would like to definitely maybe we could do a one-on-one thing and talk about this. But this is just going to be us tonight because I didn't invite anybody. This is a really touchy subject, so I kind of want to keep it with our ideas for tonight and how we feel, because this kind of hits me personally. If you guys don't know, I grew up in New York, and I actually, and I don't tell this story to very many people, but I actually witnessed someone get shot outside of my school in a drive-by, and they died right in front of me as I was coming out of school. So don't take it offensively, but this is a personal thing.
In the hood.
Yeah, this is a personal thing to me. So I kind of just want to get out there what I have to say because this is a topic I thought we wouldn't have to deal with, and this is just it's kind of crazy. So there was a shooting at Texas, and there were 14 students and a teacher were shot dead in a mass shooting in an elementary school. And that's what makes this kind of really crazy, especially as you'll find out later, it was an 18-year-old who went on this spree. And they were on social media and everything. And there were a lot of steps that weren't taken. There were steps that weren't taken by the people close to this person's life. And I feel like there were steps within the chain of law enforcement that wasn't taken. And
keep in mind, everyone, this is still technically developing as we speak. This information was kind of suppressed until today.
Thank you, Janie Davis.
So I was actually kind of reading about this last night, and then a lot of other things started talking about this today.
Yeah, and so yeah, and feel free in the chat to give us your ideas. Like I said, try to keep them civil, but this is why I'm talking about it, because I think we need to open up the discussion. We need to, we need to bring these things out in a kind of forum where people aren't afraid to voice their opinions, because I think that especially with this, it's an elementary school. I mean, Husky, I don't know how many of these incidents, but I remember like Waco and the other ones,
Waco, when the feds killed all those kids.
And then we had more close to the students' end was the Columbine thing. And, it's like, I thought we were past this kind of brutal violence, but yet, there was also that shooting at that concert. Remember, we covered that too. A YouTuber died off of that. As well. It's just been crazy. And, it's just, it's really crazy to think that even at this point, we are still at these things happening to kids. And it's a really sad thing. So in Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday, Governor
Planet Q's Queen went on. I was going to ask, make sure to drop those mental health hotlines when she comes back. Everyone, please help me remind her, because that's kind of something that needs to be going around while we have all this messages.
Governor Greg Abbott has announced a lone gunman is believed to have opened fire shortly before midday at Robb Elementary School, and the school was immediately placed in a lockdown. These lockdowns started, ironically enough, to stop something like this from happening. And unfortunately, when they did this, the person was inside of there. So I have a lot of feelings about lockdowns and the drills that they have coming from the military, and how logistically I feel like it just doesn't work to me.
I mean, after kind of like thinking about it for a while, I'm like, I think schools need steel doors on the outside. No glass, steel fucking doors.
I mean, yeah, but then you get the situation like this where people were locked inside. So now we've got that extra barrier where people can't get out. I mean, and it's just crazy to me. Hey, lovely Sherry, that and you'll see. Oh, good night, honey. You'll see later when I get into this that when they did this lockdown, there were kids on the inside calling out and calling the schools. And they were calling from the school to police officers, and it's like, how does this happen? It's crazy. But Mr. Abbott confirmed the shooter, who he named as Salvador Ramirez, an 18-year-old from Veld
I think it's Uvalde.
Uvalde, yeah, thank you, had been killed. So, and this is the other thing. Like, I hate the fact that these people who do these shitty things, and we've seen this before in the shooting scene, they are quick to, and I'm going to bring up some social media, but this dude was talking, or this kid, because he was 18, he's a kid to me, was talking on his social media, showing off his guns, all of this stuff, right? And you know, he's not going to get punished for this. He got slain, and I felt like I really want to see the punishment for this. You know what I mean? It almost feels like this person is getting away with doing this horrendous thing. And Planet Q's Queen, if you want to drop those mental health links, you can do that. I think it's pretty appropriate.
I'd remembered.
Generation Production says, at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, issues with a lockdown of that what is the perpetrator is inside and locked in a lockdown room, it would be a massacre. And that's exactly what happened.
I've been thinking that since elementary school when we had it. I'm like, what happens if they're in the building?
And that
the
was
thing
the
is, it's supposed to be the lockdown because of threats in the area, and I know we can't get it, but the threat was in the area before he went into the building, but that's a different discussion. We'll be showing some links to some news things later. Zod's probably going to show them, and I'd recommend those. I'd recommend those people.
Yeah, we'll put some links to these where you can check out the full story. I would recommend you definitely go to it. I have a link in the description for the articles that I'm reading tonight, so definitely feel free to check those out. But it's tragic all the way around. Mr. Abbott said there were unconfirmed reports that Ramirez had killed his grandmother before driving to the elementary school and abandoning his vehicle.
Red flag number 1.
Yeah, like and this is how these all started, because remember the Columbines, didn't they take out someone too? The 2 kids there. Something happened.
I don't remember that happened my birth year.
Okay, yeah.
My parents would be the ones that know about one a bit more than
but there's always like a precursor. Oh, thank goodness. Kiefer said the grandmother survived. So that's good. Thank you for that update, because they have it here that he had
exactly, Sherry,
but it was unconfirmed reports.
Exactly, Sherry. So. You want to highlight that one from Sherry before it disappears?
Where?
It says this guy was not normal. That's what it starts with.
Psychological issues. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's obvious. Everyone, if it crosses your mind that you want to shoot up a school, you obviously have something wrong in the cranium.
Yeah, Carvitz said she remembers. Yeah, for us who remember that, she was in the hospital still, I believe. So that's good that that she's okay in this. He entered the school with a handgun and possibly a rifle. The Texas governor said he shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly 14 students and a teacher. Mr. Abbott said at the news briefing. Initial reports from the police stated that the suspect was taken into custody. However, Mr. Abbott said it appeared that responding officers shot and killed the gunman. 2 appeared to have suffered life-threatening injuries, Mr. Abbott said. So he shot back. And that's the thing we were just saying, Husky. Like these cowards, right? They never want to face the consequences. They want to go down with the ship.
The person who took him down was an off-duty Border Patrol officer.
So yeah, that's what I heard too. It was an off-duty Border Patrol officer, and shout out to him for taking this psychopath out. I 100% agree. From how I hear it, he rushed through and went there and took the dude down, and thank goodness, Yeah, Planet Q's Queen, you don't have to stay until we get done because this is like I said, this is a very sad
Like Planet Q's
and
Queen,
heavy
if you
thing.
don't want to listen to it, I just take my words, mute it, and wait for all those disclaimers and stuff to disappear.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it all. We'll take it all down once we get on to the next article, which really gets me upset because I'm gonna get into people trying to capitalize this
Oh
for.
yeah, it's always disgusting, and the first people to try to capitalize on it is always your big media outlets.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that because it's just it's
Yeah.
really disgusting. Two appeared to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The school announced lockdowns and warned the public to stay away. Robb Elementary alerted parents to the presence of an active shooter at the school at 11:43 on Tuesday. Please know at this time, Robb Elementary is under lockdown status due to gunshots in the area. School official, so that's what it feels like.
Yeah, you,
Annie,
aside, you gotta just use your little arrows.
yeah, Annie Maria
Page is
Espinoza
sensitive.
said in a post in the school's Facebook page, the students and the staff are safe in the building. The building is secure in lockdown status. Your cooperation is needed at this time by not visiting the campus. Law enforcement quickly descended upon the area, including local, state, and federal agencies. Residents were urged to stay away from the area. The How the hell did you say that, Husky? Uvalde?
Uvalde.
The Uvalde, it's so weirdly spelled. The Uvalde Police Department announced in a Facebook post after 1 p.m. that the shooter is in police custody. No other details about the shooter was immediately released. Ms. Espinoza provided an update around 1:15 p.m. to say the school was still in lockdown due to gunshots in the area and the mass casualty events. A police bus used for the mass casualty events arrived at the
Uvalde.
Uvalde Memorial Hospital. There, 2 children were confirmed passed away, and numerous others, including at least 1 adult, after being treated for injuries following the active shooting situation. Uvalde Memorial Hospital said in a statement just before 4 p.m. that the total of 13 students had been transported to its emergency room in ambulances and on buses. At least 1 adult was taken to the hospital after the shooting. 2 of the injured were transported to a nearby trauma center for treatment. The students later were taken to Lily DeLane Civil Center to be reunited with their parents once all were accounted for. Whereas Uvalde is a town around 16,000 residents situated 130 kilometers, 80 miles west of San Antonio. So here's the
Scrub
map.
through that.
Just so
I'm
you
sorry.
guys
It's
got
just
an
sorry.
idea.
It's just kind of don't make these sites a tourist attraction. I want to say it's like my
Well,
news
just to
station.
give an idea of how confined the space was,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. But I'm also gonna say it's like don't give out the complete address of these stations because I know this is a
Yeah,
couple weeks
this
ago, but
is
then we
from
had a weather and this is a complete thing, and a tree like fucking fell into the house, right? And every news station gave the exact address of that house. It's like
and
they
this
feel
is
bad for those people because then there's people just driving down that street looking at it. It's like, oh, it's like don't please try to respect the victims for once, even though no one was harmed in that the thing I just described. Gotta make sure I'm clear on that. It's like seriously, just
yeah,
it's just
and
I
I
just kind of feel
totally
it disrespectful when you go, hey, this is exactly where it's located. Hey, how about you just say the city and then
No, I agree.
pay
Like,
respect.
and that's what we're going to talk about later is the irresponsible journalism. And to reference like other cases we've been talking about here, just the way they constantly give away the address of these people's homes. Like, I would never out PB for not getting his mic shit situated.
Jesus fucking Christ.
PB, you're just cursed with mic issues. It's just
You know
different
what the
depending on
fuck
the
I
mic.
did to fix it?
What?
But
Nothing.
it just fixed itself.
Back and forth, on, off. Nothing changed, and then it goes, sure, I'll work now.
It sounds like PB's mic has gremlins. They'll eventually work out.
So, PB, I take it you have been listening to what we were talking about whilst you were fiddling with the mic, or it was fiddling with you.
Yes and no. It's kind of hard to hear what other people are saying when you're sitting there yelling at the fucking screen.
So, this 18-year-old went in and to an elementary school. He shot 13 kids and 2 adults. 13 died. The 2 adults were wounded. I believe one of them died. And he shot his grandmother before this. So the other issue that happened here is that as well as all of this happening, they did the school lockdown, but they locked the fucking guy in the school and then did not respond quick enough to get inside of the school to stop this crazy dude. It was an off-duty border patrol guy who finally pushed past them and got in there, and they were able to, not apprehend him. They wound up taking him out. So, yeah, that's the gist of it. And I could tell by your comment in the chat, like, yeah, pretty crazy. So, statistics released by the FBI on Monday showed the school shooting skyrocketed in 2020 or in 2021 compared to the previous years. There were 61 active shooters. I hate these fucking. I don't want to know this White House response. So the meat and bones of this was this person went into this elementary school. He shot these people. They had the school in lockdown. He got in before the lockdown. They were locked in there with him. The police did not respond. There were kids calling from inside, and the police did not go in there.
No, there were police that went in there just to get their kids, but they did not engage. There's also the rest were just sitting out there for about an hour, and then they prevented parents from going through, which I know there's a lot of people, and even a person on this panel that would probably fucking punch or kick one of those officers in the face, even if it meant getting arrested, which some of them did. Yeah, just so they could get through to save their kids, even if it meant they'd die trying to save the kid.
So yeah, it's pretty fucked up thing, and I don't know how I feel about how there you get the complaint about the cops, these bullshit complaints that we get all the time, but this is an actual like situation here where this whole thing was handled really, really terribly across the board. And Husky provided me with a video, so we're gonna take a look at this video. I skipped past the beginning.
He sent you a fucking snuff film.
I sent you 2. Which one did you choose?
I chose the one with this one, Breaking Point. There we go.
Oh yeah, Breaking Points.
Yeah, they seem like they had
this one and The Hill. Yeah, they're both pretty good. And the funny thing is, they used to be a part of the thing that I sent you.
Yeah, so they seem like they had good points. So we'll just go over some of this.
They do have a lot of good points. There's some things where they talk about and they, you could give or take with some of them. Like the situation of Ukraine, it's not that great compared to other people, but yeah, they're really good on all their stuff.
So let's
Mr. Ramos, Salvador Ramos. He is, quote, encountered by a police officer. Nobody knows what the hell that means. Then an hour later, he is killed. What the hell transpired in that interim hour?
Right. Well, and immediately, both of us thought, wait a second. So you engaged with him outside, and not only is he able to get inside the school.
Yes.
So law enforcement is on the scene from the beginning. Not only is he able to get inside that school, but he's able to be there long enough to murder over 20 people, including 19 children. And immediately the law enforcement story didn't add up, but we said we're going to hold
give
judgment.
them the benefit of the doubt.
Things are going to change. We're going to get a clearer picture of what unfolded. But the clearer the picture becomes, the graver the indictment of law enforcement on the scene actually is.
Yeah, and just to clear something up also before we get even to this clip, which is that law enforcement initially told us that Ramos was wearing a body armor vest. That appears to not be true. He's wearing a tactical vest in which you could insert plates, but he did not have plates inserted. So that again raises the question, why did 3 uniformed police officers not able to stop an armed gunman who had a single AR-15 and no body armor?
So I do have some opinions about this before we continue. An AR-15 is a very if you take a police issued 9mm Beretta, which is most of the standard stuff, although they were they were armed as a situation of a mass shooting, so I imagine they had better weaponry. And there's a dude with just tack armor, but without the plates. That is very suspicious. And this is where I'm saying that the police response to this seems to be very,
Zod, your military, you have armor-piercing rounds, right? Or the option to have armor-piercing rounds?
Yeah. There, and
so there would be no difference between the military and like SWAT having armor-piercing rounds if they needed it.
The thing is that armor-piercing rounds are very iffy to use, depending on the situation. It's more of if you're trying to get in the building and stuff because of the amount of damage that they do. There's, unlike the military with law enforcement in particular, there's so many more rules and restrictions, so they tend to not switch to that ammo, unless you have a situation like this where someone's wearing tack armor, but there's no plating. So it does raise a question of like, why was there so much time? Hey, Monkey Jeeps, why was there so much time in responding to this before it got to the point where they were at the school? And how the hell did they let them get to this point? What do you think, PB, so far, like about the initial setup for this?
There's not enough fucking words to describe how stupid the entire fucking situation is.
That's absolutely positively true. Like, this is, and it's a shame because there's a lot of police officers, a lot of people who do their job and they give a lot and they get a lot of shit, especially this day and age. And this looks really fucking bad. Like, I didn't even realize before you showed me this clip, Husky, that like the gravity of this fuck up is huge. That's
yeah. That's why I was sending you the hill breaking points. I have a few other things on it, but those are the most recent ones I had. There's a lot. You're fine, Planet Q's Queen, with the numbers. I'd say spam them for now.
I cannot confirm or deny my Trash Panda links. And Cherry has been doing some mod for the Glare talking about this, and she's got some knowledge in this story and says it wasn't handled well, but how can people blame the cops for this psycho? I do agree. This is on the person, but at the same time, there is the other end of the preventative measure of letting, and I'm coming at this, Cherry, don't hit me. Don't throw anything at me. I'm coming at this from a military perspective. If I see a threat, right, and I'm assessing the situation, I would ask myself the same thing. How did they get this far? How were they able to get to this building and then get in a building that's supposed to be locked down? I mean, there is some dropping the ball in that department, and this doesn't take the blame off of this guy. This guy was nuts. This kid is crazy. I seen the Glare talking about him and showing those pictures. He was on Twitter showing off these guns. This kid was nuts, and he was trying to get some fame off of this.
The real question is that's why people are mad at the police, is why did it take someone who was off duty to sneak past them, get into school, and take this guy down? After an hour of them just
Sherry, you've been on 2 streams and you've been on fire. So, you know, I don't want you throwing them things at me, but let's get into this because this is very interesting. And thank you, Husky, for sending this to me. This is definitely something we need to watch.
Zato will link maybe both of them. I don't know if he'll link the other one, but I recommend the ones
tonight. After we get done, I'll put these into the description as well. So
You're
if you guys want
a
to
fucking liar.
I never lie.
On him at that time, he was able to barricade, their words, in a single classroom. You'll recall that all of the children and the teacher were killed inside of that single classroom. Let's hear now from Congressman Gonzalez. This is kind of the pro-police spin on what happened, and then we're going to get to some more of the facts that unravel. Let's get to it.
So I have 2 questions about this, and maybe you can clear this up. How was the gunman able to get into the school if the resource officer had engaged with him, but no gunfire was exchanged? How did he get in?
Yeah, so it started at his home. You know, he tragically shoots his grandmother, and then he gets in a vehicle and he drives to the school. It's less than a mile away, so it's really right around the corner. And as he comes to the school, he wrecks. He kind of goes into this ditch, and it's when he got into that ditch is when law enforcement was called and engaged. You know, so that's part of the initial contact. It was no firing that I understand. He actually enters through the back of one of the buildings, through the teacher parking lot, if you will. He immediately enters one room.
Now, see,
that's right there. That's a brand new F-250.
Now, here is my issue with this right here. How is it that this person wrecks, right? And everyone on the panel, stop me if I'm wrong, but how does this dude wreck like that, right? The wheels are off, whatever. I imagine that would be a situation where you could circle and surround the vehicle, right? And yet manages to get from here, right, to the school. Like, I don't know. For me, there is a step missing in here. Like, it should have been, they should have been able to slam this dude down. And look, I know
they should have been able to slam him down. Unlike how I don't think that you're going to hit me, Cherry. Not everyone thinks that.
No, it feels like every time when you keep hearing this stuff, and it feels like a piece of this is missing. It feels like they're hiding a part of it from us.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of crazy to think that that he was able to get from this stop position. Like, this should have been textbook 101. I don't care about the fucking police brutality of it all. This is a person.
I believe SWAT was on the scene. They should have swept right away.
Yeah, like take them out. The cop said, "Yell if you need help," and one of the persons in the class said help. The guy overheard and came and shot her. Yeah, I mean, that's like, this is crazy. This is really kind of a nuts thing. And look, like I said, this doesn't put it off on the guy. The guy initiated this, and hopefully he's resting in the deepest pits of hell. But the way that this transpired, I feel like there needs to be more clarification on the steps here, because PB, is it just me, right? No, you're getting involved, fucker. Is it just me?
You're getting involved because we don't have Squirrel. He's forcing you.
Is it just me, or is there a step here we're missing? Like, something that's not adding up in my mind. Like,
we're probably missing a few steps considering he asked him. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Jake Tapper, but that was a relatively simple question that he asked the guy, and then the guy goes, "Well, it started at his home." Fucking A, man. We didn't ask you nothing about the home.
Yeah, it's like,
how did he get in school? That's it. Unbelievably simple question. And this jackass goes on about, well, he started at home, and that was tragic. I don't care what he did at home. That wasn't the fucking question.
The question was, how did he get from this car here that's not moving to the school? It feels like you're missing something.
And then
We'd have to
essentially,
see-
that's when
we'd have
the
to see an
police,
aerial,
the
but-
law enforcement officer,
Yeah.
because it's not just police officers, it's sheriffs, it's border patrol agents. I mean, everybody came together. People are not even in this county, and they basically cornered him into one room. There are hundreds of children in that school. Part of the story, there's a lieutenant named Javier Martinez engages this assailant. He takes fire. He actually was wounded. You know, it's tragic to see so many children be murdered, but this could have been a whole lot worse. People like Javier Martinez and Chief Arredondo, they saved hundreds of lives.
First off, shout out to Javier Martinez, because this guy took fire and took this guy out. So I am not questioning this guy's bravery or the people who actually engaged. Shout out to them, because they deserve respect for putting themselves in the line of fire, and for that they get my respect. But once again, as PB stated, this guy is not answering the fucking question. How the fuck did you get from the car in the ditch to the back of the school? Where was it from point A to point B? And like saying, oh, they locked him in this one room. How did he get to that one room, guy? What was the steps that weren't taken to allow this guy to get into an elementary school? That's the one thing that's not gonna jive with me. It's like, you should have stopped him there. He should have been, as soon as that car crashed and they said there was a officer on site. Why did he not? Like, I understand,
Because he crashed and then he fled the vehicle. When somebody crashes and flees the vehicle, it means, well, usually that means they stole that vehicle.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or something.
like,
I mean, did he steal the vehicle? I don't know how he acquired it, but when you see someone running, it means they're, yeah, it's red flag. And then, usually most cops shoot the person that runs from the truck.
yeah, especially with a weapon. That's a shoot them, even if you gotta wing them. That's like, that dude needs to be taken down.
Yeah, you
So
either
it's
intercept
still-
or shoot or intercept.
So
that's where you see him get pinned in.
Well, he was pinned, but just to be clear, he's pinned down or pinned in a classroom where he was slaughtering kids, right? I mean, is that what you mean by pinned down?
I understand that he went in that classroom and he begins to fire. He begins to murder people, starting with that wonderful teacher that was defending her students, and he doesn't stop. The police officer actually engages him. Javier Martinez engages him. He kind of takes fire through the door, and then it stops, and he barricades himself in. That's where there's kind of a lull in the action. All of it, I understand, lasted about an hour, but this is where there's kind of a 30-minute lull. They feel as if they got him barricaded in. The rest of the students in the school are now leaving. They're trying to get people out to safety, and this assailant is barricaded in. It's moments later or minutes later when they breach it, and then ultimately a Border Patrol agent is the one that neutralizes this assailant.
All right. It still seems like a lot of time that the police were outside the classroom and the shooter was inside the classroom where there were kids.
That's the instincts at the very end there by Jake are exactly correct. And unfortunately, this morning, we are learning just exactly how dire the situation is. Let's put this up there on the screen from the Associated Press. Onlookers urged police to charge into the Texas school. Frustrated onlookers urged police officers to charge into the Texas school while a gunman killed 19 children. Witnesses and investigators worked to track the massacre. Go in there, go in there. People shouted at police officers soon after the attack began, said Juan Carranza, who saw the scene from outside of his house. Javier Cazares, whose 4th grade daughter Jacqueline was actually killed in the attack, said that he raced to the school when he heard about the shooting, arriving.
And this is very tragic. There's a twofold discussion here. There's the thing about controlling the onlookers outside. I do get that part. Like, if you have people rushing through into the scene, you can create more of a worse situation with all of these people rushing in. But at the same time, like wow, I can't in my mind get past how there's the lull. And I mean, these people are bringing up excellent points. There's like a 30-minute period here that's
which
unaccounted
people?
for.
Because there's a guy who's just sitting there answering questions that nobody asked. I don't think he brought up any good points.
No, he didn't, Phoebe. This is a crazy mishandling. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, yes, this person is to blame, but from what we're getting, like the whole scope here, why weren't they going in to, take care of this immediately? Like, you can keep people outside, right? And he said himself, all of these people came, people from far away to help out, right? So then why was there not a certain amount of people that were crowd control, and then the other people that were getting ready to take this guy out like ASAP? And I'm still not getting how he got inside of the building. How did he get inside of the building?
Don't know. Still waiting for an answer.
I'm still
fun
waiting.
is my school. I can believe all the ones. Once the bell rings, the doors lock.
Yeah, I mean,
all the doors lock.
I mean, yeah, there's the reason. It's very weird. It's very. I'm not connecting with.
While police are still gathered outside of the building. Upset that police were not moving in, he raised the idea of charging into the school with several other bystanders. Let's rush in there because the cops aren't doing anything like he are supposed to. They were unprepared. So look, I mean, you here have the father of a slain child who was ready to storm into this school, watching police officers do basically nothing while the gunman was standing in there. And Crystal, the main word that I'm looking at here is they're trying to frame it as some tactical containment. We know every single child was killed in one classroom. So let's also understand that we know as of this morning from Tom Winters over at NBC News that the timeline does not add up again, that whenever they say police encountered him, he did not exchange gunfire at all in the initial whatever encountering that happened.
Right.
So that means that Mr. Ramos was able to crash this car, encounter a police officer, go into a classroom, barricade himself into the classroom, all without a single shot fired yet by this police officer.
Now, that's a lot of stuff. And this is what I'm saying, just so everybody, is clear. They were able to get past an initial cop from the crash, right? Get into this school, not being engaged, but having a weapon, but not being engaged by anyone from point A to point B, and then barricade themselves into a classroom after unfortunately taking out these innocent kids and these teachers. He just hit my issue with this whole thing. How do you get from point A to point B? Why was there no engagement? Why was there not somebody who stopped it from the car or engaged at him at the very least? And it's dangerous. Don't get me wrong. This kid didn't have no pea shooter. He had an AR. And let me explain to you guys, those bullets, that it's a rapid fire gun. It's dangerous. Okay. I completely get that.
But whether he's had that or a handgun.
But what I don't understand is the lack of engagement from point A to point B. This is my disconnect with this whole entire thing, is like, how do we get from, he got this to
well, you see, it started at the home, and it was tragic. And I'm not going to give you any actual facts that will show you how completely fucking incompetent we are.
Yeah, JD Davis says, at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, the live stream half of this TV news channel would have the expression of the guy if you want to compare it for something later. Thank you.
Nope.
Janie. There were no cops there yet, but there was one there when he crashed his car, is what I'm saying. Like, there's no engagement from that car crash, right? I didn't hear that wrong. They said there was a cop after he crashed and he took off on foot.
There was no engagement. This thing is, at the end of the day, why did no one go into that school until 60 minutes, about an hour had passed? Like, they had enough, at least. Yeah, do you tell me there was enough, at least, maybe 20-minute mark? I mean, that is like every minute they spent sitting out there, and she left, by the way, when you highlighted that other one. Every minute you spend out there sitting there is another life he takes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Every minute that goes by is another life gone.
Yeah, it's just like it's very weird to me. It's very peculiar how this
gets
was.
You all conspiracy thinking, like the Vegas shooting.
Eventually, only after he starts shooting and killing people inside of this classroom is he engaged. And, the other thing, it takes a long time, and this is macabre, but it takes a long time to kill 22 people. That's not, it's not something that can just be accomplished in a single second. So during this entire period in which there are supposedly, 3 officers there who are on the scene, some of them were wounded, but many others were outside. I think that we can generally infer what happened here is that you have some local PD cops who were either afraid or wanted to wait until a tactical team arrived, and they frankly got bailed out by Border Patrol tactical agents who happened to live and be in Uvalde.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that assessment. What do you think, Mr. Pop Culture PB?
Son of a bitch. No, that's the answer.
Like that, and look, I understand when you're dealing with a situation with somebody who's now gotten a classroom and there's innocent lives. There are innocent lives involved in this, right? That is a nerve-wracking situation. A local cop and probably these officers haven't encountered something like this, right? They haven't come across some crazy person barricading themselves in with kids.
Do they not watch the fucking news?
And at the same time, it's like, thank you, Cherry sent.
You're welcome.
Cherry sent me a link.
But there is the thing is they're trained for these situations. I'm pretty sure, because you can't say shit, that you got into a situation that you were not fucking trained for, but you had to handle it. Zod. And you're military, because I hear those stories all the time with the military. Something happens, and they were never trained for it, but they found a way to get out of it.
Yeah, and she did send me the press conference that I was kind of looking over it, and the dude said he had an AR-15. He was shooting off rounds with that, and I believe it because of how many people. Look, I was in the service, and with a handgun, as morbid as it is to say, they do have a point. You can't take out people in that rapid succession.
Well, yeah, you can if they're all in a classroom, Zod.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you got to focus and aim and stuff like that. It's not as quick as you would think. A semi-automatic or one of those kinds of weapons would be a lot quicker.
Handgun is a semi-automatic, Zod.
But you know what I mean.
I'm telling you, is if he was in that small room, handgun or rifle, he would have still been able to take them all out because classrooms aren't that big. And if it's an elementary classroom, it is not that big.
But this is, I just want to highlight something here that he said right here, because this does clear up a couple of things. So let's go to this.
Does everyone want that link? I'll tell you to save it to watch later. I don't know if he's going to share the other one, but yeah, watch things from those from Breaking Points, and they got good stuff.
So this is the information. I skipped past some of it. I want to get to where he was talking about the weapon being used. So I think I shared with audio. We'll see here in a second.
Unseen, not on camera, but had heard the 911 call with a man with a gun, drove immediately to the area, sped to what he thought was the man with a gun, to the back of the school, what turned out to be a teacher, and not the suspect. In doing so, he drove right by the suspect, who was hunkered down behind a vehicle, where he began shooting at the school.
So this is filling in some of those, but so they drove past thinking that was just a teacher going in, but the person was hunkered down and began shooting at the school. But I thought they barricaded themselves in. So this is a bit interesting getting some of the details here.
11:31, the suspect shooting in between the vehicle is when it began, while patrol vehicle gets to the funeral home. Multiple shots are fired outside the school at 11:31. Patrol car accelerates in the parking lot, drives by the shooter. That's exactly what I was talking about. It was the ISD officer at that time. He passes and then leaves the camera view. There's multiple shots fired at the school at 11:32, at 11:32:27, 11:32:36. At 11:33 is when the suspect entered the school at the door that I'm pointing to now.
Zad, what I do appreciate you doing right now, we're trying to make sure we have links from all angles and not just one-sided thing.
Yeah, this
because this story is going to keep, for right now, this whole thing, you're going to get a different see it through a different lens from almost everyone you go through.
That is pretty crazy right there. We got he was apparently shooting on his way into the school, which that would explain how that he was able to gain entry. This is really nuts.
33, the suspect begins shooting into room 111 or 112. It's not possible to determine from the video angle that we have at this point in time.
Oh, so they got this all on tape.
We do know this, that he shot more than 100 rounds based on the audio evidence.
Yeah.
At that time, at least 100 rounds.
Wow. That is nuts. Like I was saying, yeah, that's like, I would say he was using the AR for that. That's pretty crazy. Wow. So is this PB? Is this kind of making? Is this kind of bringing those timelines into focus? I think he's doing a better job explaining exactly the points of entry and everything. Because that other guy had no clue what he was talking about.
The other guy had zero clue. It's almost like they had cue cards up and they were like, now they're going to ask you some questions and we want you to say this. He's like, they didn't ask that question. He's like, no, follow the cards. So, yeah, this guy's doing a better job. I guess we'll see if he gives all the information or not.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be some stuff they can't release and things like that. But apparently,
I believe I've seen part of this. Like, that's why I was also sending you the hill. That other stuff, but I know you only got a chance to watch the one. That's why I sent both links.
Yeah, definitely. So that's crazy. Like,
he entered at 11:33 or 11:33. He started shooting in the classroom.
Wow.
111 and 112. In 11:35, 3 police officers entered the same door as the suspect entered. All 3 of those police officers worked for the Uvalde Police Department.
Yeah, I believe
They're
those
later
were the ones
followed
who
by
were
another 4
wounded.
A team of Uvalde police officers, 3, and also a county deputy sheriff.
And if I'm pausing a lot and stuff,
So a
it's
total of
because when you show stuff like this, the YouTubes can get, wanting
Picky
to
with copyright.
Yeah, and they could go by just starting to shut off the stream and things like that. So
7
I'm trying to
officers
prevent
were on the
that.
scene.
You're also supposed to talk
The
over
3
it, but
initial
it's
police
distracting
officers that
because I
arrived
can't also hear the guy.
went
That's why I
directly
got
to the door, and
the
2
captions
received
going.
grazing wounds at that time from the suspect, while the door was closed.
So this does give a little bit of context of why they didn't enter right away, which I understand what Cherry was saying. And Cherry K, thank you for sending this link. I think this conference is very much illuminating because this stuff is on camera. And like I said, I like tangible proof, which means this was all filmed. So they got the angles and the stuff that went down. And so this makes more sense to me, and I'm less agitated, right? Because it makes sense how this kid got from the car to, and why couldn't they just say this in the first place? And this is the thing that I hate about when you get stories like this, and you get that one guy who's the governor or whatever coming on, and they're very dodgy about what they're going to release. The good thing about getting it from the captain, is that he's got the evidence. He can lay down like an actual map in my head, so I'm not going, so that would make sense. If you have this kid, like if this kid was engaging them before, right? And Cherry was saying in the comments that he had at least 400 rounds on him, right? So it would make sense he's shooting his way over there, which is gonna then that makes sense to me why they're a little bit more apprehensive. But at the same time, I'm still thinking, did nobody not think to just shoot back? I mean, this is a time where you should be shooting at this person before they enter this building. Like, and this guy's shooting on the outside. There's also, to me, a lot of things, and we see this all the time, and it's tragic. When you have a situation like this, you'll see where there were non-intentional mistakes, like the dude passing by, right? And the kid's crouched. Well, they're checking that entrance point of the building, but they just see a teacher go in, right? So the kid's crouched down, they don't see him. And then as he makes his way over, he's shooting, right? Which is taking people by surprise, makes his way into this building, starts shooting into the door, which makes a lot more sense to me now because I'm like, so wait, he barricaded himself first, took everyone out, and then held up in the room. But no, he was shooting into the room. So now the layout makes more sense to me why everyone's positioned the way they were. But what I still can't get behind is this hesitation to wait. Like, I understand waiting for attack team, and that when these people went in, you had the 3 officers initially grazed and wounded. But in that case, I'd be calling on the radio and be like, hey, send in more more folks. And that is a very good question, Jack. That is an excellent question.
I know it goes kind of off the thing, but yeah.
How did the kid afford these rounds? Bullets are expensive nowadays.
And everyone has a limit.
Yeah. This
every store I go to, they have a limit on how much you can buy of what.
Oh, and Sherry says he that he does give a map.
And the limits are due to be because of the shortages right now.
So and Planet Q Queen, thank you. I got yours too. And thank you everybody. I know this is a tough topic to talk about, but I think it's really I mean, yeah, man, this is some pretty crazy shit.
Yeah, no, you could dive into this.
You said tough to talk about. Not a tough topic. You said tough to talk about.
Oh yeah. In that context, yes, wording matters, phrasing. No, it's we could talk about it, but it's a tough situation. It's a very tragic and sad thing. Like wow, this really brings another context too, because if officers are taking fire, this explains a lot of the hesitation. Like, especially if you got local PD, to be fair to them. And like Husky says, there is that one angle where, yeah, they're trained for this. They should be able to go in. But at the same time, this is a whole different beast. Like, being under fire, you never know what your response is going to be. And that I know firsthand.
I can give you a response. Would you like a response?
Give it to me.
What's up, Mega Jetty?
Hey, what's up, Mega Jetty? So,
11:37, there was more gunfire. Another 16 rounds was fired at 11:37. One at 11:37 and 16 seconds, 11:38, 11:40,
wow.
11:44. At 11:51, a police sergeant and USB agents started to arrive. At 12:03,
they're giving a very specific timeline. Like, why didn't they interview this guy first? Is my question.
At that time in that hallway,
send this guy out, because that other dude did not
we know
clear
that
any of this
BORTAC
up.
members arrived. Not the entire BORTAC, but members of BORTAC.
Yeah,
along with Shields at 12:21.
See, that's what they were waiting for right there. They were waiting for the special teams with the shields so that the people wouldn't be taking the fire. Which, God, I'm really torn. I'm going to once again refer to the informed colleague on this panel, and then I'll go to the next informed colleague on this panel. PB, would you wait for a TAC team, or would this be a situation with as many people as we're standing outside where you want to send more people in? Or if people are getting injured, do you think it's a call to wait until the people with the shields arrive, with the way they're sounding out?
100%. That's what happened. They're like, we're too big of pussies to do the job the way that we are equipped, so we're going to wait for better equipment.
Husky, what is your feelings about waiting for the TAC team as opposed to maybe going in there sooner?
This should have gone in there sooner. It's like,
I mean, yeah, it's
like there's a thing of should we take this shit into our own hands if the situation's bad enough? And yeah, I think the situation was bad enough to take it into your own hands. Fucking, I forget the name of what it is, but this guy was fucking nutty and happened on a clock tower. It was maybe back in the 60s, right? This was technically the first smash. It was fucking, yeah, and I like using this as an example. It was an officer, a journalist, and a cameraman that took that guy down.
That was crazy too. Yeah, I remember that.
And then it's like, so those three people can take one down, and keep in mind this dude was sniping people from that tower.
Yeah, and Rose has an excellent point, and I agree with this. Sorry, but 80 minutes they are covering their asses while these kids are calling for 911. And that's the thing that gets me. It's the kids. Being a parent, and I'm sure there's some parents here in the chat and things like that. This is like those situations where, especially when there's lives at stake, you got to take that extraordinary risk, even if you put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
And I believe anyone on this panel, if we were in the situation and had a personal stake like this, any one of us would have gone in there. And
Do either of you know the answer to Cherry's question?
Cherry said, #Limey problem. How big of a town or city is it? I had that map. See, Husky, this is what happens when you say the maps are inconsequential.
Well, I didn't want people getting fucking, but it was also not the. It also was just like a drawn outline map. It doesn't really show you I've seen a sky view. I'd say it would be an average size. Like
it was 1,600
town?
People. Hold on. I got the details here. I'll just pull it back up really quick. so that I can look at it. Just get because they had it. Wait, no, this was the response time. Geez, I'd have to go back to that other one, but I know it was relatively small to get to the school. It was like I don't even want to get. I think they'll pull up a map on this. I don't want to. I don't know if I want to watch this whole thing though, because it's quite depressing and it's really sad. So let's continue here. And
was believed to be at the door. 11:21, law enforcement.
But there's
down
so
the
much
hallway.
time in between, even when he's telling them.
11:50, they breached the door using keys that they're able to get from the janitor because
So
both
he
doors
used
were
key.
locked. Though both of the classrooms that he shot into were locked when officers arrived.
So they
killed
got
the
the
suspect?
key and they took the guy down.
At that time. And now
And
I'd
I
like
just
to go-
want to see. Let me go past this because I want to see if there's like a point where he brings up a map or something where we could get an idea. This is a long interview. Like
No,
holy
he doesn't.
cow.
I don't think there's a map on this.
No, there is. Hold on, I just saw it. All
Paper
right, so
click.
he's got a little like outline here. So let's kind of skip to here where he brings this up. So,
Not into these windows right here as he's approaching the door.
So yeah, it's like a little map of how the incident took place. I thought he'd have more of a like layout type of a deal.
Going through. We don't have any recording of any of the children maybe injured but not dead when he shot in this particular area.
But see, he was like seeing from this map, right? He's shooting into these places. And they're like, well, they don't have any visuals, but that's not acceptable.
As to the answer in terms of someone that
Like,
shot opposite in that regard, I don't have
so he went from here to here into here, and these are the main two classrooms where finally the situation was brought to a conclusion.
in here. We got children in here. Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I mean, so besides these two classrooms, right, the 111 and 112, you had, from what I can see, because God, that's really tiny, you had 102, 101, and 104 that was actually like shot into. So, I mean, you know, I was wondering the time it would take to get there. Yeah. I was curious about that too, Cherry, and I'm going to try to look up.
Way too much fucking time when you're in the middle of fucking nowhere, Texas, in a tiny fucking town. Maybe, just maybe, stop being a goddamn pussy and do your job.
I mean, because, yeah, PB, like, I understand, right? From how I'm hearing it, they want to make sure those other kids are safe. But, like, that's like 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 classrooms that this person affected. Like,
the time it took, and that it was an off-duty Border Patrol officer.
Yep.
This is embarrassing.
This is this is crazy. Like,
And
there
that's the
is
point we're
no
trying to
excuse
hammer
for
home
that.
with this. This
response
is an
time.
embarrassment. Well, law enforcement. The thing is, there's some guy I watch of some of his videos because he likes collecting old. It's not forgotten weapons. He's even joked about it, and you know, he has some old stuff. But the guy has mentioned a couple times he was soldier. He's an ex-soldier and also was a cop. And oh man, his feed today. That was kind of, yeah. He's losing his shit.
And Planet Q's Queen brings up an excellent point. Will I be out of turn if I say that we should have cameras in the classroom now that this is happening? Like,
there are cameras.
I don't think that is a crazy thing because cameras caught a lot of this because he's syncing up this timeline with some of the camera angles, but they didn't have some cameras in some of those classrooms. So there's certain spots where they couldn't quite track everything. And no, I don't think that's.
Hello, Rebecca.
I don't think that is out of turn. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you. Hello and welcome. A bit of a little bit of a of a little sad story, but don't worry, because before I end this, I hate ending on sad stuff. So we got some happy stuff. Some
I
things to
will
make
worry
you laugh.
about what I like. Damn you.
Phil, you know, fucking PB. Okay, let's. I got no argument.
All right. We're looking at this from a tactical standpoint and everything in terms of looking backwards. Okay, and certainly one of the things is what was the access in 111 and 112 in that regard.
Yeah, what was the access from
also,
where you're showing me?
There's other access points as well.
But you're according to that little diagram, right? He shot 102, 103, 104. The arrows are showing me, guy, what the access point was. He went out this straight line, walked around to this place, and went into these classrooms. That's the access point. Like, your map is showing that to me. Yeah.
Is
there's
there
many
any other videos you have, Zod?
No. I'm
Oh
just
no, you don't have
so
you don't have the videos of the parents going after the.
No, I got that stuff, and you know, I'm just. This is all sad.
I just know because we've been talking about this for a while.
For about an hour, yeah. And I kind of want to get to the other stuff because I just wanted to kind of highlight this, but there's so much that's kind of crazy, and maybe as other things come out, we'll look at some other stuff when we get even more details. But it's just really sad. It's really sad. I think that there is a ball dropped all the way around here. Like I see a lot of inconsistencies here, and those police officers, they should have went in there and stormed that place. This is my opinion. This is crazy. No, I'm not talking Dragon Ball Abridged. It's not that kind of night. But yeah, 2011, they had a terrible day when a guy shot 77 children. Yep, up in Norway. I remember hearing something about that. It's really tragic. And, just everybody out there, be aware, be cautious, be mindful of these things. I have a daughter and she's in high school.
What?
And yeah, you didn't know that?
I thought that Kryptonians became impotent when they arrived.
No, Kal-El has one too. And
just one.
Yeah, I mean two from I don't know. The canon is weird because in Lois and Clark he has two kids, right? And then in the comics he has one. So I'm confused about what's going on there. But we definitely know he is not faster than a speeding bullet.
I assume the one brother killed the other brother because survival of the fittest.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's how I'm gonna bring up my Kryptonians. Tell you right now. So let's get to the scumbag portion of this. I want to bring up a person I've had on this channel. We've talked about, good friend of ours that we love talking about on this channel, a real fucking scumbag. So let's go to Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, our boy Jimmy Kimmel. What does Jimmy Kimmel have to say? He has some blunt advice for stepmom porn fan Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, man. It's just you just gotta check the porn they're watching.
You know what, Jimmy? You know what? Leave porn out of this. Porn has nothing to do with this.
What did porn ever do to hurt anyone?
It did not do this, but he comes on and he makes a statement. I'm not allowed to fish without.
Whoa! You can't be talking about porn and then say he comes on.
Oh, that was totally mistimed. Yeah. So let's dig into this because yes, Planet Screen, I 100% agree. Hashtag fuck Jimmy Kimmel. Comes out and says after all this, right now here we go. Me and Husky talked about this. Now we're gonna get to the grandstanding, and this is the thing that I hate about this.
Man, dude, you need to fucking. How many events have we covered? I mean, we've covered a few, but how many of these events where we always sometimes follow it up with a Kimmel article because he always has to tell everyone don't forget about it. It reminds me of that. Was it Esselneck? And it's thoughts embarrassing. It's like fucking Kimmel has to make sure don't forget about me today. Just don't forget about me today.
Like, PV, how many times have we come across? That's a good point. Do you remember? Because
How many times have you coughed? I don't know.
No, I've lost track. How many times will we cover a story, right? And then we go, and now let's go to the dumbass remark Jimmy Kimmel's gonna make.
Oh my god, 42.
Like, how many times is this guy gonna say dumb shit?
Every time. It doesn't fucking matter what the subject is for Jimmy Kimmel. He will find a way to say something completely, let's just use the fun word, retarded.
Yes.
And ridiculous and out of line and in poor taste and every other word you want to throw. So he starts his monologue by saying, "I'm not allowed to fish without a license." He said in his opening monologue on Thursday, "It should be easier to get an AR-15 than a rainbow trout." Like, it shouldn't be easier to get an AR-15 than a rainbow trout.
God.
Like,
He's never. This is just proof he's never purchased a firearm.
like
Okay, so I haven't because
really?
I don't have the money, but I've been with my brother and we've purchased a firearm twice. Okay, one was a handgun. The first time he said it, the person told him, he said, "You want to go through your classes and get a permit to purchase because it's just going to be a lot longer and stuff." So, but you still have to go through a bunch of stuff when you have to get your permit to purchase. That it goes for like maybe a year or so, and you don't get that in 3 days after your birthday, by the way. So my brother had that, so he went through all this stuff so then he could get his handgun for concealed carry.
And Kimmel
Was
saved
it
some
around
of his harshest comments
Christmas, I think. Christmas.
for
'Cause my younger brother wanted to get into the trap team and stuff. He still had to go through the stuff. The person had to brief them, and you still have to sign this big long. Well, it's all on a digital like fucking tablet now, but you still have to sign all this damn paperwork.
So
right?
he goes on
It's
to make
all this paperwork, all this stuff.
I mean, yes.
A lot of fucking paperwork, man.
And I came, as you guys know, I lived in New York and stuff. If you're going to get something illegal, all the laws in the world aren't going to stop these people from getting guns with filed down.
No.
Laws
aren't going to. Laws are there. This is a thing I've heard. Laws and locks, because this goes for both of them. Laws and locks are there to keep the honest men honest.
Yeah.
Someone who is not honest will always break the laws. Like, everyone knows about America's prohibition. What did that do? That did nothing. That had a huge jump in crime, and it created mobs that would last fucking decades afterwards, even still to this day. Maybe the main mobsters aren't there, but what they started is still there. They might, and they don't run, booze anymore. But fucking, it started all that. People would sneak in with stuff with alcohol. We all know the war on drugs is failing. It's because stuff doesn't work.
And hashtag
prohibition does not work.
Hashtag leave Mary Jane alone. Anyways, I do want to get through this because it's a short article, and
you need to make fun of Kimmel
and I need to make fun of Kimmel. So he now, to be fair, Ted did not have the greatest response when he urged schools to have one door in and out, which Ted, poor choice of words in the word of the Joker. Having one door in or out is a terrible idea. It's why we don't have one door in and out leading into the mall or something like that. And yes, do more exits need to be covered by me? Absolutely. And
how are you not able to cover all of the exits all at the same time? Are you not Kryptonian?
I mean, PV, I can't use my super speed like that.
Oh.
But here's the thing, okay? We have multiple exits, true. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass to walk the extra mile. But Ted, having one way in and out of a building is a fucking terrible idea for numerous fucking reasons. So I'm not excusing anyone. Like I said, I'm not taking a stance one way or the other just against Jimmy, because this is clearly, to me, a statement. And you're going to see the media push this. And this should not, this is disgusting to be brought up in the wake of a tragedy. We should not be fucking grandstanding and trying to platform off of the back of people. And
What do you
we've
mean?
seen
Kimmel does
shit
this
before.
is a perfect opportunity for Kimmel to do this. He does this all the time.
Yeah, he does this all the time.
The
And
fucking
watch.
time, and this is why he's a piece of shit. This
And
is one
coming
of the
from a
reasons why
guy
Zod
who
hates him.
is-
He pulls him talking.
This
Fucking,
is
if
coming
there's
from
a
a guy who's done
tragedy,
questionable
he's got to
stuff.
put himself on top.
Like, Kimmel, I really do not want to hear your fucking stance on this when you are a piece of shit
When you
yourself.
sit behind your desk whacking it all day. We see.
And you
Everyone
make
sees it.
offensive comments about women, but then go back on your statement and go, no, I never said that, even though there's fucking video.
And he calls everyone misogynist and then
Yeah, and
say
then you
he's
call
not
people
racist while he's
misogynist.
black-faced.
Like, the hypocrisy from this fucking piece of shit is astonishing. Out of all the people that I will accept talking about this, Jimmy, you should not fucking throw your hat into this after you just got over one fucking scandal of being a piece of sexist, misogynistic, racist piece of shit. That's proven. This is on tape, by the way, of him doing this shit. Okay, so he's a piece of shit, and I don't want to hear your fucking views on who should have did what and gun control and going after a senator, Jimmy. No one cares. You're not that fucking important. I'm sorry. God, this guy. They'll see the sign. They'll turn right around.
Whoa. Did you say Jimmy Kimmel is not that important?
Yeah, I said it.
I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you, because in order to not be that important, you would have to have some importance. He does not.
You know what? That you got me. That was some 3D chess, my friend.
That was some 3D chess there.
And well played. Kimmel suggested making that one door an exit door to confuse would-be mass shooters. Like this is a man. Just think about this, folks. This is a man. Like, we came on, and why we played this straight, because we wanted to show you the difference between how we're presenting this information and how this piece of shit goes onto television, right? National TV, and thinks it's funny to make a fucking joke about this. Like, I get it. Cruz did say something fucking stupid. Like, one exit. Come on, Ted. Come on.
Every
Ted.
Politician says something stupid.
Stupid. Well, like, yeah.
What
Like,
are you
Ted,
fucking talking
and I
about,
get it.
man?
But is this the time, after these people are going through this tragedy, and we still don't even have all of these competent? We don't have any.
Yeah, and then there's a
competent
shit ton of rumors in between whatever we actually do know.
They do know, and you're gonna come on there and you're gonna say some insensitive shit like this. Like, you are a fucking prick. You are a fucking scumbag.
I mean, this is one thing my brother said, is the funniest thing Kimmel does is unnecessary censorship. And I'm like, yeah, but anyone could do that. And I don't think he does that. I think his editors do it.
Yeah, I think he
that's
is.
That's his funniest thing he does. I'm like, yeah, anyone could do it. I could do it. Anyone in the chat could do it. You guys could take this stream, last week's stream, anything, just start adding beeps to whatever to make it sound funny and stuff. Like,
So he
anyone
goes,
could do that.
So he continues with this ridiculous monologue and says, they'll see the sign. They'll turn right around. There will be no problems at all, Kimmel said. And Ted knows a lot about doors. You know, doors are what he leaves his dog to look out of when it gets cold, and he sneaks off to Cancun like Cruzilla DeVille. Like, and these jokes aren't even funny. Like,
No.
Like,
I mean,
if
I
you're
don't
going
really get
to
the
go
politics. Like, the
offensive-
thing is, like, the last person I saw going to Cancun wasn't him.
like.
Also, that's funny. That's funny. This shows you how stupid Kimmel is, and he doesn't know Texas. It's like, bro, Texas don't have snow.
Like,
he's from Ted Cruz is from Texas. You know how
No,
many
he's
times I hear
talking
people in
about when
Texas
they
when they
had the
have like the
snowstorm. They had the snowstorm, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
lost
the
all
big
that power.
snowstorm.
And then he went to Cancun, and I was like, "Do you want Ted Cruz up there fixing your electrical poles if you don't even trust him to be a shitty fucking senator?" That's Jimmy Kimmel's perspective.
yeah, and I mean,
didn't he also fly back?
I don't
Yes,
remember.
he came back early. He did not stay with his family the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow, fucking.
And then he goes on.
It's just his fucking Kimmel's just dumb.
He,
But yeah,
he-
the
he-
Texas snowstorm, by the way, was I sneezed on my table and all my snow. That was the amount of snow. I'm sorry, I
So,
make fun of Texas every time there's a sneeze. Every time in the South, they're like, "Oh, it's snowing." I'm like, "That's not snow. Just like a sneeze." I wish that was the snow I had. Fucking, it makes it easy. I could just take out the shovel and shovel that shit.
What do you
not?
mean?
Just
Take
wait
out
for
the
the
shovel,
sun
you
to
just
come
wait for it, right?
Jamie.
Wait for it to blow away.
Janie,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
always inappropriate here. There is no reason to censor yourself, girlfriend. But anyways,
What?
uh,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
but like this is just so ridiculous, and I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the first stupid fuck.
You
to say
were waiting for. No, you were waiting
I was
for it to
waiting
be
for the Kimmel
'cause you knew
article.
it was going to be Kimmel because almost all the time when this shit happens, it was Kimmel.
It was fucking.
I think a couple
it
years
was like
ago, Kimmel was the
clockwork.
first asshole to talk about it. We had a thing a couple months ago, he was the first asshole to talk about it. Like, he's
And
always a
Husky-
fucking asshole that makes sure he's standing out on top so you can see him. His ego is as big as Alec Baldwin's. It's everyone's fault.
Like really, the one thing Alec Baldwin has over Kimmel is that his arrogance killed somebody. Sorry, too soon. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get past that. He should be going to fucking jail. Anyways, that's for another day. Someone brought up how I haven't brought up Alec Baldwin. Let me tell you, I'm still vying for that motherfucker to see some kind of justice. But anyways, you got these stupid, arrogant, entitled fucks, right? And look, I understand the concept of a late night show, right? We had Jay Leno, we had David Letterman.
Whoever you stop that, whoever you're going to list off, is I've never seen any of those ones that we loved hold themselves up high when a tragedy happens. I didn't even see them do it because the ones you're listening off were pretty much on air when 9/11 happened. They didn't fucking do that shit. They didn't. They didn't hold themselves up, make themselves seem better than all the people in New York who lost their family. No.
You know what? Captain, I go with Rainbow Wig. Absolutely, yeah. This fucking clown, this fucking guy. I can't express to you guys how much I fucking hate. PB, how much do I hate Jimmy Kimmel? You've been with me now for
How wide is the ocean?
It's just like,
he hates Kimmel so much that we're waiting for Proper to do. I don't know, fucking. Oh yeah. I'm hoping Proper has a Kimmel. He said he was coming, right? He just has his work.
Yeah. I don't know how long we'll be on because, to be honest, I know PB's tired and I know I gotta work too. Because I mean, we're not going to be going for that.
My room tomorrow.
Yeah, and Husky's got to clean up his room. We got shit to do. JD Davis says, I love you too, man, especially now. The head is less alarming. Thank you. I appreciate that. But no, this is the kind of scumbag. And what pisses me off is you've had like Johnny Carson and all of these guys who could do satirical news, right? That was their gimmick. They took what could be a fucked up kind of sad story and they imbued it with something so that people could have a little bit of laughter. And that's why I wanted to switch to this contrast to show you can joke about the ridiculousness, but when it comes to the details and this grandstanding and trying to fucking platform yourself off
those fucking guys didn't. Yeah, and those guys didn't even fucking go after politicians' response to those things.
Yeah,
Right?
and you know, Planet Cube's Queen made an excellent point. Johnny Carson wouldn't make those jokes about something so serious. Yeah, it would be around something else. Letterman and Leno didn't even make jokes when
Craig Ferguson didn't even make the jokes either. I'm pretty sure he was on that show during 9/11. It's like
love it. Yeah, nobody.
no.
Because there was like an unspoken tact. But here's the problem, and we see this a lot, guys. In everything we do, right? Reviews and everything. These people, these journalists, or these entertainment personalities think that they have the right to piggyback a joke off of a tragedy. And now I get what you're doing with the door thing, and that is pretty fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe like Ted came out and said that. That is pretty fucking stupid. But you know, the fact that you have to bring up the gun control thing and all of this stuff, right? Like, you want to make a joke about that door thing, stop at, oh yeah, you know, making one exit, that'll deter. You know what I mean? PB, you're the master of inappropriate jokes here, right? You can make that land.
No, I'm the master of the dark fucking jokes. Not ready yet. Remember South Park said it takes about 23 years and then it's funny.
Super chat. After September 11, South Park made an episode titled Osama bin Laden wears farty pants. It was a Looney Tunes type. Yeah,
that one's good.
Yeah, and I remember that. But once again, I never took those as malice. I mean,
but like we're saying though, did Matt Stone or Trey Parker use that to hold themselves up and make them feel superior while slamming some politician in the area down for the whole thing? No, I don't remember them holding themselves up.
Generation Production.
I know they've made fun of Bush several times during that era, but never once did I see them hold themselves up from a tragedy.
Speaking of jokes, there's a good one here. Generation Production says there's a Venom poster hanging around saying, "Why are you not reviewing me, pathetic Kryptonian?" LOL. Jokes. I think that was a pretty good Venom voice. Anyways, yeah, it's she is like JD Davis says, I thought that the door thing was actually Kimmel's idea. It sounds like Kimmel's idea.
It could have been. I don't know. It could have been.
Yeah, this seems like an appropriate time to drop butt cheeks comment. yes, it is.
No, all I know is if it was someone else, not Ted Cruz or anyone of his party said it, he would have thought it was a great fucking idea. It's Kimmel.
It's Kimmel. Kimmel is like he goes with anything. Like, I feel like he's the type of person where the stupidest fucking idea is the one he's gonna be pulling for. The most ridiculous fucking like, hey, nobody else is making a fucking joke about this fucking mass shooting that literally just fucking happened. But I'm fucking Jimmy Kimmel, so I'm gonna just let him fly on Cruz, and this is a great time to bring up gun control. Like, this fucking you know what? This fucking piece of shit douchebag. Of all of the people that we have gotten canceled, and this motherfucker, amazingly, somehow, and I was talking with Pop Culture PB about this earlier. Somehow,
Zed, I want to tell you how he gives like some amazing head. Have you ever gotten?
Didn't I just not get done saying that, PB, earlier? I said
it's amazing head.
He's sucking someone's dick.
Great head.
Because
major mouse stick.
We should get that. We should get that flowing. I wish we were so big enough we could get that flowing, saying Jimmy Kimmel gives great head.
Like, oh my god! Like, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna fucking burst a blood vessel if I keep on talking about this motherfucker. So let's talk about something that's gonna get everybody happy. You know, who here likes Winnie the Pooh?
I love Winnie the Pooh.
What does that have to do with Kenobi?
No, we're talking Kenobi on Sunday. Leave that
Sunday.
Out.
We're talking, it's perfect. It's Star Wars Sunday. We could talk about Kenobi the whole fucking time if we want to.
Yes, I'll have to watch it.
It's genius.
Like,
Yeah, it gives us all
movie, and I haven't watched it. You know,
it gives us
what's
enough time to
crazy?
watch it and talk about it.
You know what's crazy, PB? Husky actually has us both beat by one episode. I didn't even get through all of it. I'm not even on episode 2 yet. I was just kind
I'm
of
not
yeah,
even
we're
on
part of
episode
2.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Husky's got the drop on us. This is the first time where Husky's like,
I got part of 2
motherfuckers."
because, well, because my mom was like home and we were watching the first one, and then we exited out of the second one because we didn't want anyone to think that we were watching it ahead of them. She's like, "We're gonna do it for my birthday."
Planet's Q's Queen. I will please DM me and remind me. I want to make a video on the Red Ranger. That's very interesting. We're both Power Ranger fans. You know what? Fuck you guys. Don't judge me. Okay. Power Rangers was the shit. Anyway, Planet Q's Queen gets me. But anyways, let's talk about something that's more interesting than Jimmy Kimmel, and this comes from me, PB, and Husky's favorite source. And I'm sorry, guys, but IGN.
Oh, did you purposely grab it? I saw this thing going around from other things from IGN. Did you just grab it from IGN?
I grabbed it from IGN. They can't all be winners.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
just because you thought it was funnier.
Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So guys, everybody in the chat, give me ones in the chat if you want me to review this.
Dude, you can do the poll. Remember how you do the poll? Do the poll.
I'm gonna do a poll. Let me go on YouTube because this is too
put the poll
too good for
YouTube.
me not to talk about. Hold on, I'm pulling up my stream right now. And I'm gonna do this poll for you all because I think this is the most important movie of our time. This might definitely make my top 10 list. If it's as fucking if they play this as ridiculous as this sounds, this could easily be up there with the greats. This could be so I'll just put review this film. And there we go. There we go. The poll is up. So yes or no, if you would like me to review this film. It is called Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, there it is.
Blood and Honey. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a nightmare reimagining of the beloved bear, a horror retelling of the famous legend of Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna get some pictures too. This shit is crazy. I fucking love horror movies. Just so you guys got I love horror movies, and this is like this is incredibly fucking showmonger. I have no clue what the right wing quarter is. I'm talking about the ridiculous of Kimmel. I don't.
Was that a sneeze?
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you. Let's talk about this. And Chillmonger, I want to get your take on this too, buddy. Maybe we should do simultaneous reviews. Join me, Chillmonger. Review this on your
going to
channel.
get everyone to everyone comes on to review this.
This movie. This sounds epic. I think we need to promote this.
Is this going to be in theaters or is it going to be a streaming thing? Because then we could just do like a watch party through.
Oh, we could do if this is a streaming thing. I'll do a watch party for this. I mean, I always find it funny that when you do a watch party,
I'm sorry, Janie, that Zod didn't give you a dirty option. It's his fault. Yell at him.
Yeah, I kept it to yes or no because I know the people.
Everyone
in the
would
chat
choose a dirty option.
Yeah, the 69. Oh bother! Winnie the Pooh just got real dark. A new horror film, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, reimagines the beloved children's book character as a serial killer. Not exactly a cozy.
I really hope he better be going around killing people for honey. Because if it's not for honey, what the fuck is the point?
The indie horror title is currently in production by director Ray's Fark Winterfield. Waterfield, thank you. Quite a staggering directorial debut. So I'm really curious about this directorial debut. The cast includes Craig David Dowsett as Winnie, with Chris Cordell as Piglet. Other characters include Caged Man and Mauled Woman, just to give you an idea of where they're going with this. So
we don't got Eeyore. Oh.
And here's this girl just chilling. It looks like the dudes in the Piglet mask are coming up there. That's gonna be a bad day.
They're masks or they're like monsters.
I want to see. So just to get an idea,
Nope.
There was a gallery. There's someone in a Winnie the Pooh mask in this. The film is being made by a London-based Jagged Edge production, which also made The Curse, The Legend of Jagged Edge. Why do I not
Curse
know
of Humpty
about these
Dumpty.
movies?
This sounds interesting. What happened? I mean, he fell and died. Is he like a ghost?
It's
These sound interesting. Why the hell haven't we heard of these until now?
I'm so glad I found this. Like, this is one of those finds where it like opens up a whole new world where I'm like,
because we're too busy covering shit we don't give a fuck about.
Chillmonger says Eeyore will be a stoner. Chillmonger, if Eeyore, perfect.
No, I believe it all started and they lost their shit after Eeyore took his life.
Like, it totally makes sense. Like,
now they're killing the ones who are responsible for driving them that way.
That it's
I don't know.
society.
You can make bunch of different movies with this thing. This sounds like fucking fun.
Oh yeah, this premise is like, I know this can't be the only director who thought of this crazy shit, but he's actually making this movie, and God bless your soul, sir. So it seems they've got form from putting a bloody take on the children's stories. But how are they able to make a Winnie the Pooh movie? Winnie the Pooh is almost synonymous with Disney at this point, after the studio turned AA.
Just call it AA when it's like that.
Yeah, AA's classic children's book into a collection of movies and the recent Christopher Robin film. Until now, Disney had exclusive rights to the character, but AAA work entered public domain earlier this year, meaning that anyone can now adapt these classic characters as they see fit. We just weren't expecting it to get quite so dark quite so quickly.
I was wait. They weren't expecting something that goes into the public domain to not be turned into porn immediately, 2, not go extremely dark. I mean, those are the first 2 things I expect when something jumps into the public domain.
Generation Production says, the name sounds like a fetish porn movie. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, like Rouge Strawberry Milk, honey milkshakes and all. LOL jokes. That got dark. That got dark fat. But he goes, Eeyore has always been my spirit animal, says JD Davis, and he's definitely a stoner with a death wish. Joe Walker says, you mean there's an X-rated movie called Winnie the Pooh?
Hey man, there's those porn sites. They're probably out there somewhere.
PV, what do you think? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on the top of your watch list? It's going right on mine.
So if it comes out this year, so I was going to be like, screw all of them. This is number 1.
It was like first Top Gun, now Nick Cage, now Winnie the Pooh as a serial killer. This has just been a great year for movies.
Is Nick Cage gonna be in the movie?
Oh my God, Nick Cage playing serial killer Winnie the Pooh. Hold on.
Nick Cage is playing a detective who has a bacon detector.
Oh, say that again. That's beautiful. This
Nick Cage is playing a detective who has a bacon detector.
Oh my god. You know, Nick Cage does independent movies, PB. He reaches out to indie horror directors. We may be able to get this project off the ground.
I would like to tell the chat, for those who are voting, note, you guys realize when Zada asks you to review something, you always say yes, because if it's good or bad, he has to suffer through it. So you say yes.
I don't see how this could be bad. I mean,
Well,
maybe I got high
I
expectations.
know. But when you say something, we're like, we want you to suffer through it.
Like, what they need to do is make this movie campy as shit. Like, with a premise like this, I'm fairly sure this director's not going to play it straight. This
Winnie the
wait,
Pooh's
you
good.
know
Whoa,
who
whoa, whoa,
would
whoa,
be
whoa,
the-
whoa, whoa. Hold on. You said he's not going to play it straight, so you think Winnie the Pooh's going to be gay?
I knew that was coming as soon as I said it.
I'm just kind of sad. Like, where's Tigger? I mean, I have a weird feeling that Rabbit is like a detective.
Oh, so at the moment
that'd fit everything.
So at the moment, details are scarce about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and with no official synopsis just yet, we don't really know what the film is about. However, from the batch of images, it looks as though Winnie and Piglet will be killers wearing these masks.
Damn it! I just make them like monsters that actually exist. It just sounds better.
Yeah, like, I can understand there's probably like budgetary concerns. There's gonna be they're not gonna be able to get, like, why can't directors like this get CGI? Like, could you imagine like cartoon Winnie the Pooh stalking and killing people, and people think, oh, Winnie the Pooh, he's all friendly, and then Eeyore smoking a bomb.
Give me your honey. I want to know. Like, here's my thing. It's like, whoever's playing Winnie, I don't care about like Piglet's, but whoever's doing Winnie the Pooh, are they going to like just have a thug like a certain type of voice, or are they actually going to try to mimic the Winnie the Pooh voice? Because that would be
that would be amazing. Papa Cotton, what's up? Like, could you imagine the shit you could do with that? Just make animated Winnie the Pooh, and he gets on a little bit.
He stabs you. Oh bother! I really hope he does that. At least like he like fucking stabs someone and goes, oh bother.
Oh god. Generation Productions went really dark with this joke. Even one part of Winnie the Pooh scene from the book also looks like a porno fetish Pooh stuck in rabbit's hole. Chillmonger says, high off the dark green plants. Yeah. This has a lot of potential. I will be checking.
Winnie the Pooh went to the store looking for honey. The last person who was there bought the end of the honey. So then he got a list of the people who were at the store from the clerk, and he's been hunting them down, trying to get the last of the honey.
Hell yeah, fucking!
I mean, dude,
or his favorite, or the people responsible for shutting down his favorite honey farm. That's a good one too. I can go after him, kill him.
Revenge killings,
dude. Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain. This is our chance right now to make a film about Winnie the Pooh and his honey being
taken. Tigger too.
Yeah,
that's how I'm surprised. Like, it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Like, where's Tigger? He'd be the fucking psychopath going around killing everyone, you know.
I was pretty sure Tigger was on something.
Secret villain.
But yeah, if they have Rabbit, I can't see Rabbit as a killer. Only Rabbit as like a fucking detective.
They're all killers. Have you ever seen a bowl of lettuce?
Maybe I'm getting a wee bit tired, but that sounds hilarious.
I mean, I know Pooh has publicly destroyed the houses of many
Whoa. Pooh did not publicly destroy the house. The Pooh only destroyed the sheets on that particular bed.
Which we can confirm was not Winnie the Pooh. It was Amber's Pooh on the bed that destroyed the sheets. So we already got the culprit of that. Could you picture a movie, cast her in it, be like, this is your big role?
There you go. Hell, Mega Jetty's in on it. Mega Jetty's got ideas.
Oh, Mega Jetty dad is fantastic. Tigger the Grave Digger. Dude, we could get so fucking nuts with this.
See, I want to know if these are just like psychopaths or if the idea is a mafia with all of them, you know?
Yeah, a mafia.
Our imagination is running like wild. That. Where did this guy's imagination go?
You know what? You know what? You could play this. This could be the next great epic. Fuck Godfather, right? This could be that modern Godfather, right? Winnie the Pooh's like, this guy, he stole my honey, and now I'm gonna send Tigger, the grave digger, after him, make him an offer he can't refuse. Like, you know, something like that. I'll tell you, I got ideas. We could take this. The Academy Award lets in anything now.
Hey, we're spitballing these ideas. If this movie does well, hire us. We'll be like your spitball idea guys. We'll throw them at you. I would totally want my name on the credits of a Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Yeah, we gotta credit Mega Jetty with some of these too, because he's got some killer ideas.
Hey man, it's a low budget movie. We could probably get the chance to have the director come on your show and have an interview with him.
Dude, I would totally interview this guy. I would have 100% interviewed this guy. I'd be like, sir, I just want to take the time to tell you, you are a personal hero of mine. Just because Disney did that bullshit Christopher Robin and you sir thought I was like, can you imagine how pissed? You do realize, guys, Disney could never use this property again. They were not going to want their name.
Who else is in the public domain? Frankenstein in the public domain?
I'm not sure. We should check that out. How many characters are not being used right now for these amazing ideas we got? I mean, this could be a Snyderverse.
What about Bob the Builder?
Bob the Builder, the ravenous
That was a joke.
killer.
He's too new. Yeah, the ravenous.
Do
you have any idea?
We gotta wait.
You have any idea how many bones are in that concrete?
Oh yeah. Bob's fucked people up. I refuse to believe what his crazy...
We gotta wait a couple more years for the Bob the Builder.
Okay.
One. We'll make it. We'll make it. It'll be so shitty and everything, but we'll make it.
Hey, Landon, what's up? Sorry, I haven't chatted. I've only been listening and I'm watching the show and another stream. Well, I knew you were going to chat when we brought up our great idea of Winnie the Pooh.
Wait, no, the opportunity. Question, stop. What's the other stream, guy?
And by the way, I'm going to stop this vote because it stopped right on a good number here. So I'm doing the review.
420?
No, 69. 69% wanted me to do this. So.
Oh, I forgot to vote.
No, this is a great number. We got 30% said no, 69% said yes. So I'm going with 69.
Speaking of the Builder one, Zed, because we got to wait for that one to get in the public domain for us to make it. And, he's killing is like, you know how all the the Scarecrow talks and all this machine stocks. You know what I'd do for that horror movie?
What?
None of them actually talk. He only thinks they talk.
There we go.
That's what I do for that. Yeah, they're just perfect, right there. Like none of the vehicles ever talked. He just thinks they talk.
Oh man, we got ideas.
Where do I get some of those drugs?
I mean, we all have had some pretty crazy ideas.
If I could get my fucking car to talk to me, I wouldn't fucking need you people anymore.
Oh no, it's not drugs. It's because he's a schizo.
Oh. Okay, where do I get a mental disorder? Because if I had a mental disorder, I wouldn't fucking need you people anymore.
You need to be born with
some people would argue everyone on this panel has some kind of disorder. We're talking about Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey. So,
but dude, man, we're getting excited about a horror movie because it's starring Winnie the Pooh.
But you know what? You know what you do want, PB? I'll tell you what you want.
You want Morbius.
You want to make him more billion. See, God damn it, Husky, you fucked me up. You want the Boys Snyder Cut parody that is so good, it should be real. That's right. We have a new
Yeah, I would
Snyder
watch
cut. An actual Snyder
Hey, you know
cut.
what would be
everybody
funnier? You
wanted.
want to know what would be funnier? The Snyder Cut parody of The Boys is directed by Zack Snyder.
Oh my god, that would
I'd
be
laugh.
perfect.
That'd
That
be
would be
fucking-
absolutely tremendous
I
because
couldn't
you
get-
know
I would
Zack
not
Snyder
be
would
able to
sell
get
out
mad.
for that.
I would not be able to get mad at that. I'm like, well, I can't get mad at the director's vision because it's making fun of his vision. So he knows
versus
exactly
the
where
Power
she goes.
Rangers. Planet Q's Queen just wants to throw Power Rangers into all of the cuts. And directed. Well, I agree. Directed by Sam Raimi, Mega Jetty. Oh, that would be nuts. So let's talk about this. The Boys parodies Justice League in their new trailer, and I'm going to show the trailer. Probably going to be fucking copyrighted as shit, but you know what? We got to get at least one.
No, they're gonna take all of your money from the stream.
Yeah, all of that monetization goes down the drain.
Do they parody it all the way down to the aspect ratio?
I've watched this, but I believe so. I'll play it for you guys. But it says, though the boys love to take aim at events going on in the United States of various government figures, it is at the end of the day a superhero show. The superhero culture has gone through so much just in the last handful of years since the Prime Video series premiere, with one of the bigger events being released to Zack Snyder's Justice League following a long campaign from the director's passionate fan base. So, of course, The Boys has decided to take aim at the whole movement and event in a pretty funny parody video. So here we go. And this is actually one of their promos.
Okay, you going to full screen it?
I am going to, yes.
All right.
So
we
here
can't
go.
hear it.
Here we go. This is epic. From Vox Studios.
Are your heroes.
Ooh.
We are here to serve and protect you.
Ooh, I got chills.
Pause.
This is
That doesn't
Disappointing. I thought they'd get the aspect ratio correct.
Way to steal my thunder.
That's what I was
mean
getting.
sacrifices won't still be made.
Oh man, I got goosebumps. This is.
Who are you, Maze?
There's no way we can restore the grid if we don't get that flash drive to the tower.
It's been a good run. No, we are the one and only true justice.
That right there is very inspiring.
Put some stuff down.
Guess this means we're breaking up. Nazi bitch.
Can we get that movie? Can we please get that movie? I want.
I want the Zack Snyder cut parody.
I
Boys.
want the Snyder
Directed by
cut of
Zack
this
Snyder.
parody.
Yeah, come on. It's got to be directed by Zack Snyder though, because it just wouldn't work if it was directed by someone else.
That is fucking hilarious.
Written by people that are funny, but directed by Zack Snyder, because that's how it has to be.
Shortly before the weekend, the Vought Corporation, the show's inverse version of Amazon or Disney, basically released a trailer for the upcoming movie Dawn of the Seven, the Borka cut. In case you were thinking there would be anything subtle about it, though it directly is poking fun of that particular DC movie, it's definitely taking sharper jabs at Marvel movies, from the heroes standing among the ruins of the city to ordinary citizens providing support roles. Oh, and the key to saving the day, all hanging on getting some kind of structure or something Marvel movies just love doing from time to time. Greg Gernberg is just in this as some guy, maybe the funniest bit in the entire thing. Snyder even retweeted the trailer, congratulating the director.
See, right there. He sighed. He retweeted it. Come on, let's make this a thing. Get the full parody of The Boys directed by Zack Snyder, written by a bunch of other funny comedians and stuff.
I would love
be
to,
funny
no,
as
this
hell.
would yes, Chillmonger, put that up. We need to retweet this. This is a worthy cause. We want to get this cut of this movie made. Donna 7 release the parody cut. I would love to see this movie actually be like a movie. It's like that looks more interesting than half the shit that we've seen on either side.
I mean, I'm always pro killing Nazi bitches.
Yeah, I like love the way he says, "I guess we're breaking up, Nazi bitch." And he says, "Like, look at this, boy." I'm just gonna say, I love, I fucking love Homelander. He's one of my favorite anti-heroes. And like everybody's had a lot of shit to say about the second season. I think it was perfect that it ended with him jerking off the side of a building. Perfect season. Like the whole that we're making fun of like I saw all these reviews where they were like, "Oh, the boys are going woke," and I'm like, "You guys are missing that's the fucking point of the joke." When they clearly, obviously stop in the middle of that scene and say, "Women get it done." Like I was fucking I was fucking cracking up at that season. And it looks like some of the boys are going to get superpowers in this. So that's going to be interesting. And we have one of my favorite characters from the boys comic book, Soldier Boy, coming into this.
Man, your Soldier Boy is gonna be in this.
I am super excited because he's a direct parody off of Captain America, and in the series.
I thought we talking about the rapper Soldier Boy.
No. He's like the boys universe version of Captain America. Only he's done fucked up shit throughout history. So I'm really excited for this season. PB, are you going to watch the third season of The Boys?
Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of joke is this?
Yeah, I think we need to have a night where we do a review of The Boys.
The only thing that's upsetting is when is it supposed to come out? June something?
Yeah, it's not being released until June 7th.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Kenobi came out, except it comes out weekly, and this show is going to come out all at once if they do it the same way that they did it every other season. So I'm going to have to watch all of this in the middle of Kenobi.
I mean, but if you get pissed off or something bugs you can
I don't give a fuck. You have any idea how many different shows I used to watch at the same time? Especially when I was watching prime time television. Just the Arrowverse was goddamn 5 shows.
I know. Like you hung in there for a while. I commend you.
I know this. I know we're going to do it on the
and I want to blow my fucking brains out.
I'm giving the first episode an 8 out of 10 just because you guys got to find a way to put Ewan McGregor in every single fucking scene. I don't care if he's not on that planet. You got to put him right there in that scene. I don't give a shit.
Let me tell you, I watched this show, Fargo, and I watched Ewan McGregor play 2 roles where he is playing twin brothers who are different from each other but are supposed to hate each other. And they have scenes where he's literally talking to himself as this other character. This is how fucking talented he is. So quite possibly Ewan McGregor could be in any Birds of Prey. My one issue with Birds of Prey was why wasn't Ewan McGregor in more of that movie? As a matter of fact, why didn't Black Mask just get his own fucking movie? Like,
here's my problem with it, and I haven't watched it, but I know it was a problem with it because I saw it in the trailers. You should have kept the mask on the whole entire time. I love you, Ewan McGregor and your stuff, but Black Mask, the mask stays on because that's the mystery.
I mean, I agree with that, but at the same point, I'm kind of conflicted because I do want to see that the expressions and stuff that he does. He's a really good actor, and
yeah, but I'm saying it would have been like fantastic if he kept that mask on the whole time.
Oh, thank you, Rose Matter. It's June 8th, so I definitely.
All right, let's see. What's June 8th?
Man, I've been spoiled.
That is on a Wednesday.
I watched Top Gun Maverick. I've been watching Stranger Things, and now I got Obi-Wan.
Does Top Gun Maverick do the stereotypical sequel shit?
No, not at all.
Yep.
No, so it's
Everything
not.
is
There are no
stereotyped.
kids. It's nothing. It's just Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise in the movie.
Yep.
No.
The whole time.
And everybody dies. Oh shit! Spoiled it. I'm sorry.
You stole that spoiler from Proper.
I stole it from Proper. Proper was what a prick. He just posts, yeah, everybody dies.
I knew he'd fucking do that on purpose because he was
and
saying
I
he was
said-
going to say that before he watched the movie.
And I responded back. I was like, duh, that was the plot of the first movie. Everybody plays shirtless volleyball and immediately crashes after that. I don't know why so many people remember that scene. Like, if you ask people about the classic Top Gun, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, the shirtless volleyball scene." I'm like, why is that
That's not the
everybody?
scene that I remember. The scene I remember is the scene where Goose dies.
I mean, yeah, I remember. I remember that one too. But now when I think about the logistics of it, like as I'm watching it today, like he went to do the parachute thing, right? He slams into the top of the jet thing, but I'm like, how did that kill him exactly? I gotta
Dude,
rewatch it
oh my
again.
god, that's not what fucking happened. He had to pop the fucking canopy, and the canopy didn't pop all the way open, and it broke his fucking neck, instantly dead.
Oh, so that it was the can. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, you can clearly see it in the movie.
I mean, to be fair, it's been a couple of years. I gotta watch Top Gun 1
They
again.
even leave blood right there.
Have you
after he
ever?
hits it.
I know that you were only in the Navy, but the Navy has the most fighter jets. You never been in a fighter jet and punched out, have you?
No.
Right. So all of that stuff has to work at the right timing.
Yeah, that's
And I would say that it did because it was a very emotional scene. Fucking assholes.
And there's some feels in the other one too, but I'm gonna wait. There's still some time. I took a poll and nobody wants a spoiler review on this, so I'll take a poll in another week and be like, can I spoil this movie now, people?
Keep voting no, everyone.
Yes, I know it's on Paramount Plus, but I actually own Top Gun. I own the physical Blu-ray special collector's edition and the soundtrack. And fun fact, this is some bullshit and why you should own physical media, right? I've got the original Top Gun soundtrack, but do you know if you go online, they pulled some of those songs now? Sitting by the Dock in the Bay. It is pulled. There's a couple of other ones too that were pulled from the list. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you guys promote?
Hold on. Go ahead. Sorry.
How do you guys promote the special enhanced edition of the Top Gun soundtrack? And you've pulled 3 songs, or 4, I think, songs from the soundtrack. How is that enhanced?
Because then you can only go on the internet for those.
It feels like you're giving me the unenhanced version of the Top Gun soundtrack. I was like, wow, like this is why we need to endorse physical media, because some of this bullshit online, it's like copyrights and things like that. It's like I always got this fear that even if I own a movie or something, like even through Amazon or something like that, I always got a fear if they pull it and then like I erase it or something, or it gets erased and I try to get it. Well, now I can't get it back because they don't have the, copyrights to it or whatever. So, Justin, I'm getting ready to wrap shit up.
Hold on. Why does Janie think that we were reviewing Game of Thrones? Because I don't need the other half of the fucking lobotomy.
Dude, Game of Thrones was brilliant. D&D subverted our expectations.
Justin, it's been over 2 fucking hours, man. Like, there's no time left.
Justin, man, we're
You
wrapping it up.
literally have mere moments.
So we're
Good
gonna
one.
try to go, I guess, slower to the
No,
plugs.
no, she doesn't like it when we go slow. Well, sometimes she does.
I mean, you know, it's not my girl. Okay, anyways, fuck you, Shorzy.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, fuck you, Shorzy.
Okay.
You don't know who Shorzy is?
No.
Fuck
69.
You, Shorzy. Yeah. I told you to watch Letterkenny. So then you can watch the spin-off Shorzy.
Oh, Justin was kind of talking to someone. Who were you talking to, Justin?
Talking to some, you know, he was talking to some cute boy.
I mean, either
if it
way,
wasn't anyone special, then we
I'm
just lost
feeling a little
interest.
bit hurt because I consider myself quite a catch, and you know, you're sitting here talking to somebody else. That's hurtful shit. Everyone on this panel is quite striking. PB's got his luscious
Shut
beard.
the fuck up.
Like that, I'm a little bit hurt here. Cut me deep.
I am not as good looking as the guy on my screen, which is Jared Kessel. This is just his back.
Clarified it. So, a lady friend.
Ooh, spicy. Now it is spicy.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
I don't know why you're misgendering them, Justin.
Here's the thing. I'm a little sad because I literally kicked my girl to the curb for this panel. That's the kind of commitment that I have. I haven't seen her in a week. So, I mean,
I halfway believe you.
I mean, you know,
I can't see what that comment says.
says.
What's the emoji on that comment, Husky?
Which comment? This one? It looks like a mouse zip shut.
Later, GP2, thank you for your dark jokes tonight. They were quite awesome. He had some pretty goods. She invited him to eat with her. Well, I wouldn't pass that up.
Whoa. Hold on. Stop. Why the fuck did you lie to us there, guy? Second point, why did you call her right after you went on a fucking date with her? If you went out to eat, why are you then just talking? You said, I was talking to a girl, and now it's, I went on a date with the girl. Which is it?
Zod, sorry, the premiere, June 3rd.
Hold on. One more thing. I retract my previous question. I don't fucking care.
Papa God said, then you're kind of a dumbass, Zod. Don't blame us for cock blocking. Papa Cotton, that hurt right here. I'm a villain. I'm gonna naturally throw it off on everybody else. Ironically, I haven't seen her in a week. Sounded like it came directly from Zod's testicles.
Sounds so horny, man. He's been masturbating every day.
They ate at work.
Hot.
I mean, you know, congrats for you. At least one of us is
It's
getting
still
to eat
spicy.
out. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this shit up. We've gone 2 hours.
He said his cock wasn't blocked.
Oh my goodness, Husky, why do you encourage fucking Shorzy? Would you please plug your channel?
Just getting gilded because I like their TOS over fucking Discord. Let's see, do I still have it in the fucking? Nope, that's a YouTube link.
No.
Okay, so this is a place
I'll
I'll never
grab it again.
You will never find me on there. Just FYI.
You won't even find them on the. You won't even find them on the Discord.
Yes,
Well,
you have a
get in
better
there and
chance
talk
of,
shit about him. He won't know about it.
you have a better chance of finding Jimmy Hoffa than me on Discord. Did they?
We want to
Have
get. We
they
want to
still
get
not
him
ever fucking
undegoated.
found Jimmy Hoffa? Like I thought they dug up a building and they found his written. No,
No,
We
no,
still
no,
haven't
man.
found him?
He's probably fucking cremated, and they scattered his ashes through the 7 corners of the earth.
Yeah, I have a feeling this went in a very dark, fucked up direction. Okay, and of course the co-host, the person who's always on time, never has technical difficulties. The
You know it.
person who this ship wouldn't sail. Huh? See that Navy metaphor? Huh? This ship wouldn't sail? All right. This ship wouldn't sail without this man. The ever elusive Pop Culture PB. Go ahead and tell them what you got coming up. Star Wars.
Oh my God! You want me to tell them what I got coming up? Who knows what I got coming up? Like,
You're plugging Star Wars Sunday, you son of a bitch. Because
that's not on my channel. That's not on my channel.
That's the thing we all got to plug in.
It's on. Yeah, and you didn't fucking plug it for shit. So to follow in Shorzy's excellent example, fuck it.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess it falls on me then. It falls on me. Oh my God. This guy right here.
Okay,
This
tell me a
mother-
joke, Justin. Tell me a joke.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! And the StreamYard is crystal fucking clear. That is amazing. Holy shit! The only thing I need is my stupid avatar, but I'm driving.
Carry
Yeah,
on.
please don't crash getting your avatar.
Yeah, do that.
No.
Good
Okay,
morning,
okay.
TJ.
Tell me the headlines.
Not the first one. You can do the second one if you want.
No, do all of them.
No, the first one was a mass shooting, so we're not gonna.
Oh no. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
Just it's like,
I could try, but I don't really want to.
Okay,
Killmonger, what do you want me to plug my face with?
so Jimmy Kimmel has some
That
blunt
sounded real
advice
gay.
for stepmom
What was
porn. Jimmy Kimmel has some blunt advice for stepmom porn fan Ted Cruz.
What was it?
It was fucking stupid because it's Jimmy Kimmel.
I want to hear what he says. I want to know his thoughts on.
No, you get to react to the fucking headline, guy.
All right. Well, why is he giving advice to Ted Cruz?
Okay, what a reaction.
So this is a great one, and the next review on my channel apparently with 69% yes. I had to throw that in. That one's for you, Cherry. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a nightmare reimagining of the beloved bear.
Oh, I almost talked about this yesterday. That looks fucking amazing. I want to see it. I want.
Yes, we need to review it, Justin. Dual review. Yes, everybody, Chillmonger, Justin, we're all going to fucking review this movie. I really want to push this movie to success. I'm thinking
a dual
Oscars.
review. You're gonna need a F-350.
I got the car reference. I'm so proud of me. Okay, and The Boys Snyder Cut parody is so good, I almost wish it was real.
Why are they talking about little boys? I didn't hear that.
The Boys, the show. You know what? That was perfect.
Which boys? Which boys?
The Boys Show did a parody on the
There's
Snyder
something
Cut.
called The Boy Show? Like, that sounds wrong.
Yep, totally.
That
wrong.
was perfect. That was perfect. So now, Justin, super fucking quick because we're all tired. What you got coming up?
This Week in Bullshit, 7 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday. Next week is the last Thursday. And then after that, I am going on vacation. Justin Proper is going on vacation for a week and a half. He will not be you cannot reach him. He will be off Twitter, off of everything. I am just enjoying a good time to myself and making a pit stop in LA. So if you're in the LA area, meet up with me and let's have a good time. It's I'm vacation. Justin is a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely.
And I need a goddamn vacation.
I don't know what the fuck these comments are from.
I have no clue. They're just amazing.
Our chat is so wet and moist.
Okay, and on
What's
that note,
Chillmonger doing?
Thank you everybody for watching. You're here in the Phantom Zone. Check out my Top Gun review and my review on Men. God, you can't say that. But fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. I knew as soon as I said it, I go wait for it, and not even half a fucking
go
second.
see Men.
Whoa. What, Justin?
Yeah, the title. This is the title of his video. Men. I had no fucking idea what he was talking about. I was like, what is this? And I find out it's a movie, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you were going to make like a social commentary. Nope. Nope, just another fucking movie that's called Men. I didn't want that. I wanted the social commentary. I wanted you to pitch up a storm.
I don't get it either, Chill.
I got none of that. None of that crap. I was so disappointed. You even tagged me and Killjoy Jake. I'm like, okay, what do we have to do with this?
And then JD Davis says, this stream has been so much fun.
It's a great palate cleanser on the second half.
Yes, we have to go.
What is going on with the fucking... Okay, the earthquake stopped. It's back. Knock it off.
So anyways, I got those...
Wait a minute. Are you guys wrapping up? You guys already plug your channels?
Yeah.
I'm plugging the channel right now, Justin.
Okay.
Anyways, I got those reviews. I will be doing a review on Stranger Things and, of course, Obi-Wan. So far, every piece of media I have watched has not pissed me off. So good times over here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to convince him to watch some Letterkenny.
And yes, and Husky has sent me a weird ass show to watch, so I'm gonna give it a go too.
There's about 9 seasons. Did they release it recently?
Jesus Christ! You didn't tell me it was 9 seasons.
Yeah, man, it's been out for.
We're watching Sons of Anarchy. That's 7 seasons. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, man, it's got a few
70
episodes.
hours of television.
I mean, they say you skip the second episode because it's kind of dumb, but all the other ones are getting pretty good. And as it gets going,
What if I told you that Ewan McGregor's in it?
I mean, then yeah, I'll watch I'll watch every episode.
Oh, wait a minute! I forgot something, guys.
Okay, what did you forget?
Zod is so racist that whenever he buys M&Ms, he takes out the brown ones and throws it at African Americans.